Hey Kemp, how are you, man? Thanks for tuning in so fast. We're getting ready. It's a late one, but we're getting ready. I wasn't able to tune in earlier in this. Pick the first race that was on, which is LaGuardia. Oh. Warm-up will be short, only 9 minutes left until start, but we're ready. I think it's only around 20k in total, something like that. So I'm expecting a fast one, fast and heavy. How was it, man? Well, you showed me the pictures, right? I saw the pictures. So you ready again for some Zwift racing? I wanted to do this as well, right? Another one? You're welcome. Thank you for being here, man. Oh shit. I have to be right back. My daughter is up. So, hopefully that did the trick, man. So another 100k ride for you, how we talking about, right? That's insane. I haven't anything planned, anything long planned. I have some projects in mind. I want to do some more workouts, but every time I come online, I want to do a race, man. That's all I actually love in this game. I like racing. I used to do so many group rides before because I was loving them, but then that love changed to races. I want to race as much as possible. Ooh, nice. So I assume it's again outside, right? We have a little bit of a colder weather now. Well, cooler, I would say. It's not cold, it's cooler. So actually, if it's dry, it's perfect to go outside. But yeah, like I said, I'm loving it. And I'm also loving the quickness of this one. Like if you go outside as you do, it's nice if you plan those longer rides, right? Because you come places you never go before. And most of the time you're just enjoying yourself, enjoying the views, or going dead if you are pushing. But yeah, indoors it's quick and fast. I like that style. I like that style. You don't have the setup, or you don't want to pay for it. It has been a life changer for me since I got introduced to this game. I took the gamble, invested in a good trainer. I already got the bike, of course, and I already got my computer. It's not a super heavy game, so I got caught by the first moment, and I'm glad I did, because we've been improving our fitness a lot last year. A lot more than we would have done outside, because outside I only do work, cycling, and then before that maybe once a week a bigger ride, and that's only when it's good weather, right? So when it's bad weather, sometimes 2 or 3 weeks there were no longer rides, only work, cycling. So you don't train that much. Now we do the work cycling, and we're almost like 5 days in a week we're on the Zwift, and most of the time that's at least 1 hour including warm-up, right? Hey Physique, good evening, man. How are you? Welcome to the pain cave. Sorry guys, it's a bit dark, but I want the window open, and if I put on full lighting, it attracts a lot of insects and mosquitoes, and I don't want to have that. And I don't have a fly window, or what the hell that name is for that window. So it's just 2 LED lamps and my webcam lamp. I'm still visible, right? I think you can see my pain face.
For more information on the rides and training that we offer, competitions, and hopefully a few surprises. The race that you're about to enter is designed.
Yeah, true. You have a lot of information on Zwift.
For anyone wanting to feed those competitors.
You have so much information on Zwift, and you try to use that outdoors as well, right? Outdoors, you don't. I don't have all the information. I don't have a power meter, for example, which is pretty important if you want to ride through FTP. But on the other hand, after a while, you kind of get good in guessing almost what wattage you're doing. So if I want to ride 200 watts, I think I won't be much off it blindfolded. So yeah, you get the statistics from Zwift outdoors as well, but I don't have the equipment to use it fully. But we're riding indoors as much as possible anyhow. 20 seconds, guys. No warm-up, so let's hope they don't start too crazy on us. But I want to have rice pudding, and I felt like I should punish myself first. So I wanted to take this dessert like half an hour ago. And I was like, no, I'm gonna Zwift first. I will have the dessert after that. And I didn't know this was a mixed race. Damn it. Well, we wanted to try more mixed races, right? Here we go. Jesus. Oh. We've been using this scene a lot. Doesn't matter. That fucking was fast, guys. I'll take a seat in the next room. There's no joking here. No joking. Relax. Relax. Thanks. I'm doing wonderful. Ding, 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 ding. Enjoy it, man. Enjoy it. You have to deserve that rice pudding, that's true. I didn't eat it yet. I'm saving it for after this as a prize. It's my finisher prize. Picking up a few souls here. Ankle food. Thanks, man. No worries, man, you're here, that's all that matters. Join the pain. Join the pain. She woke up just before we started. I had to go to her. So let's hope she likes my sweat. My pain is her sleeping pill. Ooh. The pain makes us stronger, right, guys? We fight through it as hard and as long as we can, and we come in on the other side being a better cyclist, right? Well, let's hope so. this is the only part of the course where I can recover a little bit. 10 more K. Let's go. A lot of bees in the group, guys. That's a good sign, right? That's a good sign. Give me some nice bees to follow. There's a group behind us. Did they drop our group or are they coming back? I think they dropped. Let's hope they dropped. I hate this park. Every time I see this park, I'm in pain. My body is trained to start sweating as soon as I see this park. Let's go. This is the hardest part. Just over the top. I always lose the wheel. Even though I push over the top, I still lose the wheel. It's never easy, guys. It never comes easy. Let's go, guys. 2 more laps, right? I have a good wheel now. That's nice, really. Five more K, guys. Let's go. It's gonna be a hard finish. It's a pretty nice climb. And then after the climb, you still have quite a sprint left. It doesn't feel that way though. Just trying to stick with the front as much as possible in case there are any gaps. We have to survive one more climb, and then the last one is a sprint, right? They gotta push here. Thanks for the rhino, man. Thanks for the cheese, guys. Let's get ready. I was, one second. I was taking a little bit too much on the climb. The gap was too big. Oh. And there were no wheels coming from behind. So we were doomed there, man. It's one of the hardest finishes for me because it takes a big effort to get up that climb in a good position, and then the sprint starts, right? So basically I'm pretty much wasted once we hit the top. If I'm lucky there, I get a good few good wheels to catch on to, and then I maybe have like a little surge in the end to take them over with. But not today, guys. Not too bad though. It was a big B group. Yeah. We just finished the race. It was a pretty short one, as you can see. 18.7K. Let's see. on paper, I like this course because the efforts you have to do, they are always followed up by parts where you can recover, right? So if you do 6 laps here or 15 laps, for example, I don't think I'll be dropped. Yeah, of course, from A's I will be dropped at any time of the day. But in my group, with my level, I don't think I will be dropped. But the more laps you have, the less power you have for the finish, right? And you need a lot of power for a big guy like me, to push over that big hill. Well, for some of them it's a little bump, but for a finish, I find it a big bump for me, man. That's like 30-40 seconds of solid effort just to reach that top. And then it flattens out, even goes down a little bit. But if you don't have the wheel there, like we did today, there was like a 10-meter gap or something. That's just too big to come over. Nice. Doesn't matter, man, if you're toasted, you're toasted. If you did it in a race or in a solo ride, your legs don't notice the difference if they're toasted, right? So yeah, it was something different. It was a long time ago since we've ridden on La Gardia. It's a race that happens a lot, so don't know why it was a long time that we did it. Too bad for the finish. We wanted to do a little bit better on that sprint, but sometimes you just are in the wrong position at the wrong time, right? You can always go for all the marbles. But I'm pretty glad with how we stick with the group. We felt pretty solid. We had to go deep on the climb every time, but the problem I was having the first couple of rounds, once we hit the top, you know, in Zwift you have to go push power over the top, right? So we did that, but even while doing that, we still always got a little gap coming at us. So we had to put power in the descent, which normally is a part where we can rest a little bit. So the next couple of rounds we pushed just a tiny little bit harder on that small climb. We came out on front every time, and then we fell in the gaps, so that was more perfect. Whew. I don't think there's any more short races coming now. If there is, we might do it, otherwise we'll call it a day. I deserved all that dessert now, right? It's funny because I wasn't planning on riding this evening, and then I was getting a little bit like a hunger craving. Went to the fridge and saw this nice little rice dessert, vanilla rice dessert. I was like, I want that, man. But no, I'm on a diet. What if you put on your suit, you go and do a race, and then you take the rice pudding? Well, how about that, guys? That rice pudding is coming our way. The Bologna time trial, up until now, is my best course ever, man. I'm not a climber at all, but I've done my best performance on that track. I think you were there, by the way. Weren't you, Doom? I think you were there, man. I think by now it's 2 months ago already. But it was a race on the time Bologna trail with Graft. We did the C-class race, And we pushed FTP the entire 6 kilometers on the flat. So I was around 290 watts the entire flat, which is pretty high for a flat, right? And then we came on the climb. We know how the climb goes, where we have to push hard, where we can save a little bit. But the plan in my mind was to stay over that 300 watts for the entire climb. And on the steepest parts, if we had the energy, push a tiny little bit harder. And we managed to do that, man. We managed to hold on strong until the finish. Because the point where you have to go under the bridge after the steepest part, that's mostly the part where I crashed, because your mind thinks it gets flat there. You keep up the power a bit and you lose a lot of time. But yeah, we averaged 311 watts for the entire ride, which was my personal best, man. 3.6 watts, crazy. Never came close to that again. Never came close to that again, man. That's the dream wattage. That was the dream wattage there, and that's what we wanna. That's our goal. Yeah, through that 18 minutes and 20 seconds, I think. If that Bologna trial was like a few hundred meters longer, we would have had a crazy FTP that we never would have maintained in a race or in a workout. And I think I'm at 299 now, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 299, as you can see. So that's 290, 218, 89, whatever, FTP, right? Because you have to seduce 5% of it. And I did that one on the Alp. My best flat FTP is 290 flat on the crit course. So I'm taking that as my FTP, but I don't think if I just do a normal FTP test that I'll hit it. I need more motivation. I need more push in me. I cannot just do an FTP test and hold 290 watts just solo riding. I have to do a race, have to use my power to close gaps or hold wheels. Otherwise I won't push myself as hard as I can. Alright guys, I'm going to Doom. Thanks for tuning by, Kitten, Physic, Camp. Thank you all guys for tuning in. It was a little bit of a shorter one today, guys. I just needed that dessert today to finish my day off. So this was the race. Tomorrow morning we'll actually be back already. I'm not sure if we're racing again. We can, because this was a short one. So tomorrow morning we'll see what's on and what's going on, and we'll decide then. Thanks guys. Cheers, and I see you guys on your streams in game or on the next one here. Thank you so much for tuning in. Bye. Have a great evening.